millennials that come in, they just won't buy a house unless it has this stuff. This might boggle your mind before you look at it. This house is under contract. They rarely even make it to the market. This house sold for $775,000.
Holy cow!
I know. And
Okay.
this is the sturdy attachment.
So that up there detects rain and shuts off the irrigation
That's
system.
a rain sensor.
Yeah.
And that works.
And this is the pipe, the PVC.
Yep. And this one particular one has a 90. I don't like to have 90s, but it's got the screen, and I filtered this water.
So the screen on is the same thing that you're basically priced in. Okay.
Identical.
And that's a 20 micron filter. Did you say?
400.
400 micron. Wow.
It goes to 400. Now here I'm gonna tell you something. That's why I can't wait to show you that one in Melissa. That one is my baby, and I'm using that same filtration system. A lot of other rainwater people use other filtration systems, which I think are baloney and they waste water.
Right.
I'm getting more from this system in Melissa, like almost twice as much as any other system.
Wow.
It's my
Done in crushed rock too. Now what do you call this rock?
Decomposed granite.
This is the decomposed granite.
Like I was
Okay.
telling you about, and it's great because water goes right through it. It doesn't stick to your feet like sand does.
Uh-huh.
And
And it allows the water to go into the aquifer.
Right.
And the driveway. That's amazing. They do the driveway that way
this
too.
investor, his house is gigantic. They busted up the slab and put rock down. He took all the concrete up. See, you got your downspouts.
Yes.
And then here's your.
It's got solar energy
yeah,
too.
they all got solar energy. That's PV. It spins the meter backwards when you're not around.
Uh-huh.
And anywhere. I mean, quality.
So that's galvanized. It's never going to rust.
Never gonna rust.
Now what's this little device right here?
That's a light that shines up. That's an uplight.
An uplight. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably solar or 12 volt.
No,
It's power operated.
What happens with PV is that when the sun shines during the day and you're not using electricity, your meter spins backwards and it goes back to the transmission lines. So then, you're saving the electricity that you put back into the system. Like Mary Kate down the street, her house, she had a $4 electric bill last month. Now she's gone a lot, but still, for a 4,000 square foot house, that's
a bunch. Now, did you put this solar system in too for them?
No. I have this other guy does does his
right
out of Austin.
Yeah. So you didn't price that for us, but that's something we're interested in. But I'm meeting on Tuesday with a guy out of Plano who does that. He's a good friend of mine, electrician, and this is what he does for a living. We'll probably put a battery into the system too.
You know what? I'm on the cutting edge of that. Let me help you this place in Melissa, we're putting solar array away from the house,
Right.
And it's shaped a lot like your son's lot. That's the reason why I wanted to show it to you. But that solar's neat. And that Tesla makes a battery now.
Yes, I was looking at that yesterday.
Whoa,
yeah.
That's the one.
You can get 7 kW or 10 kW.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That 10 kW is huge, You can run that's the beauty, like that system that I have for you out there. All these pipes go underground and come up, right?
Right.
The beauty of your system is that back part, I'm going to go overhead. So if anything ever happened, bombing or whatever on the ground, you still got water. You'll still get water.
Always got water.
Right, either on top or down low.
Yeah.
But what happens is, of course, it goes underground, and then it comes up.
Well, here's some more of that decomposed granite again.
It's always on the side of these new houses. They basically put these houses on the footprint of these lots.
So you don't have to mow grass in a bad place. You can put whatever landscaping you want. It helps the groundwater.
Everything.
Yeah.
And here's the beauty of it, because I designed these systems that the irrigation will take care of itself with rainwater, but they chingled me on this because they couldn't get the zoysia Palisades grass, so they put St. Augustine in. And you know what? It takes 10 times the water for this as it does Palisades, and Palisades is a nicer looking grass. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Yeah, I've heard of it. There's a lot of people using that now in the green buildings. Yes, because it uses less energy or less water.
Yep. See, this is you can still see water here. This is that first wash that comes out, and this is the reason why this has got water, because it just rained last night.
Yeah.
But this is your first wash.
Now, what do you mean by first wash? Explain that to me.
Okay, you see that thing that's down in there?
Yes.
Okay, first wash, and I can show you even better how that works when we get to Melissa. First wash, what happens is you get rain on your roof.
Right.
And the first, bird duke, and the first water off the roof is you don't want to use it. So it comes down through the pipes, and when it gets to this right here has a fitting, a big fitting that's a T. And so when the water comes down, it runs past that fitting and then it goes from 4 inch to 6 inch, and then I make it however long I need to for the first wash to get rid of. This pipe fills up with water. When this pipe fills up with water, then there's a ball inside of there that pushes against the receiver here, and it stops the water. It goes up and into the tank.
Ah, leaving behind all of the junk.
And then when the rain event's over, then this drains the system because you don't want water in your system. See?
Right.
This is your fill line that comes from the street.
Okay, so this is a 2,500
This is a
gallon
2,500 gallon
tank. Okay, and that's a pretty solid plastic, isn't it?
It's if I were gonna like I have at my place in Melissa, I bought tanks. I get what you call an eclipse liner on the inside. You got a green tank or whatever color. I wanted brown, and to get a lighter color tank, you don't want sun. Sun is your enemy.
Yes.
So on eclipse liner, when it's rotisserie molded, they have a packet that blows up and it coats the inside of it black, so nothing can get through it. You can get a buckskin colored tank, but it's bulletproof. No sun can get through it.
Bulletproof. I like that. Yeah. You got some steel reinforcement
That's
here.
all sunk in the. That's the difference.
Is this in concrete too?
Yes.
So this protects the PVC from
No, this is
anything
the
happening.
PVC. This is just
No,
holding.
no, I understand that, but this protects the PVC.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But this holds it in place.
Yeah.
And this goes 3 foot underground with concrete. There's a lot of things I do different than.
What's this little thing right
That's
here?
just your tank gauge.
Ah, that's the float on the inside.
on the
Yeah.
inside.
Okay. So how do you tell just by looking at this how
Well,
full the tank is?
This just moves up and down with the tank. This particular one hasn't been adjusted. This is brand new, but that's how you see you can feel the tank full. This thing has to be adjusted out, and that needs to be tightened. This never.
How do you know that needs to be tightened?
Because you can see water right here.
Oh, yeah. It's leaking out.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's not a big. This I don't like this. The city made me do this. This they make me dump the water into the sanitary sewer in Dallas, and they throw you in jail in most places for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I have to do. So this has a P trap, and it runs way over there and ties into the sanitary sewer, and that's a mess. This is your pump station.
Okay, now tell me what this pump does.
This pump is the one that where you see this fitting on the bottom coming out of the bottom of the tank down there.
Yes.
That goes under there to the pump. So when you go in the garage and you call for the irrigation to turn on, it turns this pump on and boom, irrigates.
Okay, so this is the pump that operates the irrigation system. That's it.
That's it.
Other than this, you have water in the house because of gravity, basically. This is higher, or the guttering system is higher than the tank.
Right, and
right?
gravity fills it up.
Gravity fills it up, so you don't have to have any pump or anything like that. It
No.
just fills up.
Yeah,
now, what
it's
about the
free.
water getting from here into the house?
Well, now see,
So this is just irrigation.
This is just irrigation.
Just irrigation.
Right.
But if you wanted to tie this into the home,
I'll show you. Don't
Okay.
you worry.
okay,
You're
I'll see
gonna
that in Melissa.
You're gonna see, yeah.
Yeah.
This is, and what I see, the one in Melissa, man, where this is the first system ever like it. What I did is after all the pipes went and they came to the end, I buried a 540 gallon potable water tank, and then I suspended a real low volume pump to it. And so what happens is that I get even the dew that comes off the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm mind boggled by this project because it's getting so much more water than it's even supposed to.
Wow.
And
Well, this thing fills up pretty quick, I
immediately.
suspect.
And
Yeah.
that's why it's important that they use the right stuff on here. This grass they're gonna use too much water.
Now, if the power goes out, does this pump tied into the solar system?
Yeah, it'll run off it can on this house because it's PV, it doesn't have a battery.
Right.
But if it had a battery like here, yeah, absolutely you'd have water.
Okay.
But see, 99,
But because there's no battery, it's likely not going to run the pump.
no, it won't run, unless it's daytime.
Daytime, yeah.
Daytime it will. Now,
Okay.
people that put in potable water systems all have solar backup.
Right.
I haven't done one yet that didn't.
Yeah. Okay. I can't believe that. That is an old-fashioned tub, isn't it?
Isn't that cool looking?
Yeah. It's a freestanding tub. Yeah. But you're right. They got a beautiful fence. I like the way it's fenced here.
Yep.
And they'll put a fence around that tank, huh?
Yep, they'll put a fence around that. The tube comes from the second to the first.
Yeah.
That's when you shotgun the water. That's because it wasn't feasible for me to catch that water over there unless I shotgunned it to here. So it was a little more expensive, but I had to.
That's only a 4-inch gutter, right?
That's only a 4-inch gutter.
So what we're planning is 6 inch, yeah.
6-inch gutter.
Yeah, because it got more roofing and,
Right.
yeah.
He wanted the 4-inch gutter because of the visual, the brick and the wood,
Uh-huh.
and he wanted wood below the gutter, and I don't know why, but you know what, I do what, you know.
Yeah, what they want.
Right. Got some little booties there if you want.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Okay.
I just want to look at this. They've got chickens and,
Oh, we're gonna watch these, eh?
wow, look at their hen house. And a tank. How big is that tank?
30,000 gallons.
30,000. So that's bigger than what we're looking at.
If we had room, we'd put it. We just don't
Yeah.
have room. But you know what? See, this is where we're gonna. This will all be impervious paving, but this is where the pipes came through. All the way, all across the house. First it had asphalt shingle. Took all that off and came back with Kynar 500 and put our filtration system on it. What I did here, they wanted regular metal gutters. They didn't want the PVC ones, and the only way that I could do that. Let me get my drill out of here. And they come into this tank, and then out of the bottom of this tank, this is more decomposed granite. Out of the bottom of this tank, it goes to 6 inch, and then this is 34 feet, which every 1,000 square foot, you need 10 gallons of water for your first wash, that bad stuff.
Okay.
Now I made this one bigger because they have chickens and such, and I just wanted to be sure that we got what. Now here's the deal. This is the most efficient system there is with this tank here. And if you look down here, well, you can't. The first wash is full, of course, because the first wash is deep because of this tank, because that's your level. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to do something a little different. I built this. This was nothing but a.
And you call this?
This is a rain garden.
A rain garden.
This
And
is
a
a
rain
rain-
garden doesn't necessarily have to be a hole in the ground.
No.
It can be landscaping. It can be
Anything.
anything where the water ends up going to and permeating back into the
aquifer.
in the
That's right.
aquifer. Okay.
And see this.
See,
this,
it all makes sense when you sit here and look at it
and,
that
and
way.
see, and here's the thing. See, I have to calculate how much water goes into this, and so when I do, then I come back and I make 2-foot holes, 4 to 6 foot deep, and I fill those with decomposed granite. Then I cover it up and staple it. So this particular one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes in it. That way, with the water that comes from the overflow, see, this is the overflow from your tank.
So if it's too much rain, then it goes back into
Shoot, boom,
this.
immediately.
Yeah.
That way it doesn't kill your plants, because see, we'll eventually put mulch and stuff in there and have
Yeah.
plants.
Okay, and I see they've got a little runoff area that comes back in here too.
No,
That goes that direction.
That direction. That's just a
Okay.
deal for kind of for look.
Yeah.
This guy used to fill his tank up down here. That's not going to happen anymore. It's not real hardy, but this
What's the name of this grass
This
again?
is Georgia Palisades.
Palisades.
This
Okay.
is that what I was telling you. See, every bit of this is
This stuff needs very little water.
I got it at my house. It needs like 250 gallons a week.
Boy, they got a windmill, and that's a wind operated device there too, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but it's not compared to what we got coming. Let's build a pond and capture every bit of the water. So that's what we did. We built a pond, got a liner that goes in it. The dirt out of your pond, you bring over here. What I'm going to do is form berms, and that's where the orchard's going to plant. See. So
The
every
what?
bit
The
of
what's going to plant?
Orchard.
Orchard.
We'll have
Okay.
apple orchard. We'll have olives. You're going to have peaches, pears,
Oh, cool.
different kinds of things.
So you basically just dug a big old hole here for the water to run off into, and you'll collect it here.
This will fill up with water.
Right?
Yep. This will fill up with water, and then also I'll make berms out of these and use the trees and stuff for fertilizer in them, and then I'll make berms and we'll build our orchard. So every bit of water on this whole 150 acres we'll utilize.
Wow, that is cool
It's cool.
stuff.
People that raise the chickens for them. Over there we've got a solar array coming in, and so it's all going to sit over there away from their house, but they're going to be 100% solar powered.
Oh,
And
holy
they're going to
cow.
they'll have 4 Tesla batteries in the house, and then also there'll be one large wind turbine that'll be on top of the hill.
Wow.
So So I'm telling you, this is the price. I want 10% to supervise it.
Yeah.
You can see
To
that
cover
in the number.
your expenses and stuff. What is this here?
That's a birdhouse.
That is cool. Hi guys.
Hey, Rowdy. There you go.
Yeah, you got a couple doggies too, huh? Yeah,
So
yes you
If we're
do.
walking here, we can walk this way. This is what it does on that tank down there. The pump on this system is inside the tank,
Ah,
and it pumps the water underground to the filtration house, which is over here. That's why I put that tank in there.
okay, so that is a 6-inch
That's 6-inch
guttering,
gutter.
and
That's
that's got the same,
Same.
200 micron.
Yeah, 400 micron
400
over the
micron.
top of it.
Okay.
That's my signature. I don't know anybody. That's the only way to do it in my mind. You want to immediately filter that water.
Yeah, why not?
Right.
Why have it go into that washer?
Why?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they fill these.
Your crew's in New Mexico.
Right, but
Yeah.
the people, I have someone set up to do your job that I work with all the time on my projects in Dallas and stuff.
Okay.
My deal is that I'm hands-on. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm there
yeah,
100%.
You're supervising it. That was one of my questions. Okay, so this is the filtration
this is-
house.
this-
This is
this
quite a
is-
ways away from the house,
It pumps
Yeah.
the water, and the water comes into here,
right?
and this is where the water comes in.
Right.
Okay, and then
It comes in from
the tank.
the tank. Okay.
The tank. Water comes in from
And the tank is a long ways away.
way over there.
Yeah. Okay.
220
But
feet
it's
away.
downhill.
That doesn't matter because
Yeah.
they're the pumps inside the tank. I made a host system where I put the pump in a PVC cartridge.
Okay.
Then I put a stainless steel disconnects that you pop it to, and I suspended it from the ceiling, and it's freaking awesome.
Okay.
But anyway, it pumps.
So this is the water purification system.
the water purification system. It goes. This goes down. This takes you from 400 micron to 20 micron. This. Then this is a carbon block, and it filters it even further down. So at this point here, you're more pure than you are with City and Melissa
by a long shot. Yeah.
UV lamp, and then it goes through this is a meter that meters the water that goes through it. This is that three-way valve I was telling you about. This thing right here, this is activated. This rainwater goes, and then this goes out to your house. Now, let's just say that the tank gets too low.
Right.
When that happens, it sends a signal to this. This valve switches, and this is city water. That's
so city water,
that
and
goes
this is
in-
rainwater.
No,
and,
this is rainwater.
Oh, this is rainwater, but it comes down here.
No,
it goes in here.
here.
Yeah. Okay, that's the out.
Yeah, and then this is city water.
Right.
And then that way, when this thing switches over, it puts city water into the system. That way,
Okay, and here you can just go ahead and clean out the lines or fill up a bucket or whatever you want to do. Yeah, just an extra little faucet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And see, this is an RPZ. This is with a seal. If the pressure falls below a certain amount between these two gauges, meaning my filters are beginning to
Right.
stop, shuts the system off. This
So that means you don't get any water.
well, it goes to city water. You
Goes
don't
to,
realize.
automatically goes to city
you
water.
immediately taste. You
Yeah,
immediately
you'll taste the difference.
smell it. Right.
Yeah.
But you don't want that to happen. So, but to me, see, I'm a water supply protection specialist. I'm licensed by the state to do that. So, I absolutely, positively don't
Yeah.
compromise when it comes to
Right.
that.
Yeah. Well, that is so. If this shuts down and it goes to city water, how do you know to come out here and
'Cause it's
okay, it's a taste. You
yeah.
notice the water
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
So then you come out here and do what?
You'll look at the gauges and see
Right.
what's going between those, and then you'll call me probably, but that's what they'll do. But if you were me, you'll come and look at the filters and
Yeah.
check those.
Okay. Well, you answer another question. Who do we call for service?
Me, I have people that's all they do is
Yeah.
do service.
But your as far as a warranty on the equipment, I'm assuming it's passed through from whatever the manufacturer provides. Right.
Exactly.
Hello. How are you? I'm Jim.
Terry Hammock. Nice
Glad to meet you, Terry. I'm
you.
learning all
How was
about.
the burger joint?
We hadn't been there yet. I
Oh.
was going to ask him if he wanted to go. He was following me. We were just it was amazing. We went from Dallas to here. We never slowed down
Oh,
past 65 or 70.
yeah.
Good, good.
So you real happy with your rainwater system?
Well, we haven't switched it over yet, but I'm real happy with how it's functioning so far. I mean,
Uh-huh.
We've really with a lot less water than what we thought, filled that thing up really quick, you know.
That's a 30,000 gallon tank. How long did it take to fill up?
Well,
A
about
week,
one-
two,
we had one 5-inch rain and then a 2-inch and then
and
a
3/4 of
and
an
then
inch
about
last
three-
night.
so
I topped it
two,
off. It's
three,
like,
so 8 inches of rain and it
Oh,
filled
wow,
up.
filled up,
we're
wow.
not supposed to be able to do that. But the way this is constructed, it's
Yeah.
a whole lot better.
Yeah.
So we're fixing to do the steps necessary to do the conversion, and then we'll be
Mhm.
rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I like your chicken farm.
Oh, thank you. So you haven't seen the up close.
On over here.
Well, that's a mobile chicken dome. In the wintertime, in the summertime, we move it around. You know, like when we get our larger animals,
Uh-huh.
once we get a barn built and all this other stuff done that we're doing, we'll graze, you know, on a part of the pasture for a couple of days. Then we'll move the bigger animals to another pasture, and then the chickens come in behind them.
Oh,
And
that's a
they-
good way to keep your grass mowed.
It does, and the chickens go through the poop and eat the fly larvae and stuff, and they till up the poop and
Uh-huh.
spread it.
Spread it around and
Your
fertilize the pasture.
Exactly.
Oh, just like nature's supposed to have it work.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We set it in one spot and we put hay bales around it, and it stays amazingly warm in there.
That's
And-
organic hay.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that their food and
So they gotta be careful, you know, but you can still do things to capture that water. I mean, there's like you know, I can look at the satellite picture and see it all drains to that area.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we could put in a garden, orchard, greenhouse back there, and all the water we would need.
Right there, right?
Right there through that drainage ditch.
And you know
Yeah.
what? You could put an underground culvert for your stormwater. That's
Yeah.
different. There's all kinds of things to do.
Underground culvert. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's in that way you don't worry about your kids falling in it.
Yeah. Well, that would be there are some ditches in this thing now, so he's going to fill it with this decomposed granite. Yeah.
You'll see all
That's
that
cool
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a question out of curiosity. Do you have any trouble with the chickens getting eaten by your dogs or foxes or coyotes
I
around
have
here?
one dog. This loudmouth is my daughter's boyfriend's dog. They're in Europe for 2 weeks. So I'm keeping him and her dog, which is a Rottweiler. He's a wolf. And they definitely, I've lost 2.
How many chickens?
When I turned 50, is that everything